What's going on, guys? Chuck here with another awesome Blu-ray purchase. And this is actually not just one film, but I guess a franchise of films. We're going to talk the entire Airport collection, the four-film collection from Kino Lorber. Now, I got to say, I love a good disaster film, especially the 70s. Disasters were the big thing: a towering inferno, earthquake, the Poseidon Adventure, so on and so forth. And Airport was one that I don't know what drew me to it. I mean, I think probably because of my love for the film Airplane, which Airplane is kind of a parody spoof of all of those disaster films. And a lot of people would think that Airplane was kind of spoofing Airport. They're 10 years apart, but that's not quite the case. As Airplane is spoofing, I think, a film called Zero Hour, almost to the T, from what I understand. But there's a lot of elements you could probably see from Airport. And Airport's just a template for the disaster film. And much like disaster films in that time period, what it was a showcase for older movie stars from a golden age of Hollywood kind of come back and do these ensemble films. And that's kind of what Airport, or the whole series, with every every film in this series would bring in new, Hollywood actors, more, old A-list actors, kind of like One Last Hurrah almost. It's a lot like the Love Boat TV show, or even Fantasy Island, but probably more Love Boat. Because I think Love Boat was big for this, having these golden age stars pop in as guests through each episode. And that's kind of like what Airport does. Of course, the first film, very popular. It was nominated for an Academy Award. I do know that it did win a Best Supporting Actress Award. I can't remember the woman who won that award. And it's going to kill me. I'll put it here. But I remembered her big thing was she was like an old lady who would always steal flights. She would sneak on board and find ways to get free flights. That's going to kill me. I can't remember her name. But I think she won the Best Supporting Actress Award for this film. And of course, it was so popular, they created, Airport 75 and 77 and 79. So yeah, I was very excited. I did pick up initially this old Blu-ray edition of the collection, which was, pretty cut and dry. It has all your films in here. This is still a nice Blu-ray collection. Nothing special about it, just the four films. And that was it. And quite frankly, to be perfectly honest, I'm not even sure if I've seen Concorde Airport 79 yet. Part of me thinks I have, but I'm not sure. I know I've seen Airport 75 and Airport 77. But yeah, the Concorde one, I'm not sure. I have to go back and find out. I don't remember. The other thing that's the through line for all these films, each film has a different cast and different thing, but except for one person, that's George Kennedy, who's playing. On the first one, he's like the airline mechanic, and then he's a test pilot. I think by Airport 79, he actually becomes a pilot, but he's like the one character that reoccurs throughout this entire series. But if you've never seen Airport, and you like those classic 70s disaster films, definitely check it out. So, when Kino announced they were releasing the whole collection, I was very excited to get it, and in 4K. Thrilled. But then they announced they were releasing it individually and in this collection set. Now, I was torn on how I wanted to pick these up, because I thought about, I really liked, the individual ones came with, poster art and slip covers, all that, really, really nice. But then you can get them all just together in here. What do I do? Part of me was like, maybe I was on the fence and about getting the four films by themselves as individual, but I think I went with this because it came with this, booklet in here and a little more special than the other ones, I guess. I don't know. So I did it. And you know what? I'm glad. I was pleasantly surprised when I got this set. Take a closer look at it here. This is, the cover. What I saw initially, I was under the impression, and I was really guessing, that it was going to be along the lines of this. And what I mean by that, just flimsy paper cover, like most of these collections. No, this is a nice hard slip box from Kino. I was really impressed that they did this. This is a great, like I said, hard box. So kudos to, and it really pleasantly surprised, and it looks beautiful. I like the artwork there. Here's the side. Here's your back. And then your book, I guess, call it media book, or maybe. But yeah. And again, this, of course, that's a hard media book in here too, which is really cool. And then it opens up here with your poster, like of the original airport, and you have the disc here, which you be careful if you're looking at this because they will slide out, I guess. But at least they come out easily, so there's that. And you have Airport 75. Closer look at that. And that's the one with Charlton Heston, I believe, as the pilot. And a crazy rescue at one point. Karen Black also. Airport 77. Yeah, this one where they, trap underwater. I think Jack Lemmon is the pilot in this one. It's pretty cool. And then you've got, finally, Concorde Airport 79. Again, the one I don't remember if I've seen or not. Part of me thinks I have. Part of me is not sure. I don't know why. I just can't remember if I've seen it or not. And then here's kind of a overview of the films, like the lobby, lobby cards embedded in the book. And inside here, you've got this little booklet, Airport Quartet, which just basically write up on all the films and like the history and whatnot. This is something I really want to dive into because I really want to know more about these films. I really like this series a lot, even though I can't remember if I've seen Airport 79. But kudos to Kino Lorber. This is a really nice put together set. I'm pleasantly surprised. Now, as far as special features go, the only thing that is on here are you have newly remastered trailers, and you have multiple audio commentaries. You can start there for each film. One commentary for each film. I should say multiple commentaries together, but one on each individual film. So that's pretty cool. It's a nice presentation. Again, better than what I was expecting, perfectly honest. So, yeah, this is awesome. On a side note, kind of adjacent to this with Kino Lorber, they've been releasing their Ilsa series individually. And they mentioned later on, I guess that they're going to do individually. They were going to put out a collector set also. I don't know what the hold up on those were, but I'm wondering if eventually they do a set similar to this with this nice hardcover, and because that's a really cool thing. I mean, maybe worth waiting for, just releasing, the at least release the second one. They announced the third one, and then the fourth one probably coming shortly. Then after that, they'll release the collector set of all those. But if it's something like this, and hey, that might be worth waiting and holding out for if you haven't gotten those, if you're interested. But because this is really nice. So if you enjoy Airport, again, these are the 4K. There is a Blu-ray edition of this also. If you don't want the 4Ks, I think this set is being sold in the Blu-ray set only as well. Cannot talk tonight. But again, I'm pleasantly surprised with this. This is fantastic. If you enjoy Airport, pick this up. I don't think you're going to regret it. I haven't had a chance to look at it. Hopefully I can get some free time this weekend and check out these movies and see how good they look. But I'm thrilled. Again, the presentation itself I was not expecting. I'm totally in shock and all, but I wanted to share that with you guys real quick. So that is it for this quick one. If you enjoyed this, click thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on the Airport series. If you've seen them, have you seen Airport 79? Because I don't remember if I've seen it or not. Or just say hi. I'll always take hi. So until next time, this is Chuck saying I will see you on the other side.